Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is Dorit Kemsley being a little delusional about why she thinks her and Kyle Richards' friendship is on the outs, she's blaming Morgan Wade. I'm gonna blame something else. But before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So, I do have a clip of Dorit talking about the sort of demise, downfall, estrangement between her and Kyle's friendship that she said on Watch What Happens Live. So we will watch that clip. But let's get a little bit more background info and then we'll watch. So this is according to Reality Blurb. So Dorit Kemsley admitted Morgan Wade has had an impact on her friendship with Kyle Richards on Wednesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live, while also reacting to comments that Garcelle Blvd made about her October 2021 home robbery, denying her potential sabotage of Denise Richards, and slamming Sutton Strack over her dirty claim about Paul PK's Kemsley's DUI arrest. Dorit opened up about Kyle and Mauricio's separation and the ongoing rumors about her own marriage. Now, I have some thoughts, and I don't believe a single word coming out of Dorit's mouth, and I'll tell you why. So let's go. Quote, she'll kill me, but I feel like the closer Kyle got with Morgan, the further she got from me. And I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way, Dorit admitted on the December 6th episode of Watch What Happens Live. Sorry, Kyle, I love you, but it's the truth. It's how I feel. Now, this is the thing. I think Dorit's being a bit delusional, thinking that Morgan is the reason why her and Kyle are on the outs, because I think the reason why you and Kyle are on the outs is because everyone is talking about whether or not you're having sex with her husband. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how strong your marriage is, I don't care how strong your friendship is. If everyone is asking the question, is your best friend sleeping with your husband? Is your best friend sleeping with your wife? Think about PK in this. Then, yeah, there's going to be consequences to that. There's going to be a little bit of distance. There's going to be some space. There's going to be some paranoia. There's going to be trust issues. And I think that's really at the core of why Kyle is distancing herself from Dorit. And I'm not the biggest Kyle fan, but like, I get it. If I was married to someone and we had a couple friend and everybody in town or the nation or the world was speculating if my husband was having sex with my best friend, yeah, that would cause a rift in the friendship. And Dorit herself has said, she hasn't really seen Kyle. They definitely haven't been hanging out as a couple. PK really hasn't seen Mauricio, and they were really good friends. So I think that if Dorit would have just been a little bit more, I don't know if she's lying to us or lying to herself, but I'm not going to blame Morgan Wade and the friendship or relationship, whatever you want to call it, she has with Kyle, on why her and Dorit are not as close as they used to be. I'm going to blame the rumors that you're sleeping with her husband. That's what I'm going to blame on that. But let's watch the clip and then we'll keep going with what else Dorit had to say during her stint on Watch What Happens Live.
Dorit Lake M wants to know, how has Kyle's new friendship with Morgan Wade affected your friendship with her?
I mean, she'll kill me, but I feel like the closer she got with Morgan, the further she got from me.
Wow.
But I don't think I'm the only one. I just think that
feels that way.
It does.
Wow. Interesting.
Sorry, Kyle, I love you, but it's the truth. That's how I feel.
Okay.
So, yeah, out of the horse's mouth, but I stick to what I say. I think the real issue is the Mauricio Dorit cheating rumors. But let's talk a little bit more about what else Dorit said. So, also providing hurt to Dorit amid season 13 were Garcelle's comments about her jewelry potentially not being stolen amid her robbery. That cut probably as deep as anything can, Dorit noted. That was shocking and it really cut deep. And I've been debating whether or not I text her and say, is this how you really feel? Because that was shocking to me. We've got the reunion coming up soon, so we'll definitely have to. Oh, sorry. So we'll definitely have it out there, but that really hurt a lot, Dorit added. Now, this is the thing, Dorit. It's not just Garcelle saying this. Like, we have done deep dives into this ourselves about the validity of your quote third or fourth robbery at this point. So for Garcelle to say it, she's literally just echoing what the collective is saying. And to be honest with you, Dorit, Garcelle doesn't owe you anything. You are so dismissive to her. You're so rude to her. You were a complete Karen to her in Vegas when she was talking about not feeling safe in the group to talk about her children and to bring her children around, given everything that happened. Like we all know ad nauseum about the bots against her son, Erica cussing her son out, people laughing at what Erica did to her child, talking about Oliver's past addiction issues, like everything that happened with her children. And like there was even more. Of course, she doesn't feel safe. Of course, she doesn't feel like her children are protected because, like we said, if half of what happened to Jax had happened to Portia and they are the same exact age, at this point, they're both 15, 16, but they're the same exact age. If half of what happened to Jax had happened to Portia, it would have been an uproar. Can you imagine if people were doing to Portia what they did to Jax? It would have been an uproar. It would have been totally different. If Erica had cussed out Portia the way she cussed out Jax, I highly doubt Mauricio and Kyle and PK and Dorit would have had the same response as they did, laughing about it. I highly, highly doubt that. So Garcelle was well within her right to feel some type of way about how her children are treated versus how other children are treated. She was 100% correct. And Dorit, when she was talking about that, you're the one who weaponized it against her. You made it like you were the victim. I can't believe you're saying this. How dare you talk about your feelings? How dare you make me feel bad? Almost to the point where you were gaslighting Garcelle. And she's like, well, wait a minute. Am I crazy for bringing this up? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to be honest with you guys. And then you turn around and you throw it in my face. So shut up, Dorit. Garcelle doesn't owe you anything. And we all have questioned the validity of the robberies. Your own husband, PK, is like, girl, you don't have PTSD because the robbery was fake, so stop lying. Like, that's basically what he's saying, in my personal opinion, allegedly. So, I mean, Dorit, you don't have a leg to stand on. And it's funny to me how you think you're going to, like, step to Garcelle. And Garcelle, you better hold it down, 10 toes down, all the way down, and do not let Ding Dong Dorit come for you, and don't concede. Because you don't owe Dorit anything. She's not your friend. She's never been your friend. And she talks to you like you are beneath her. So don't cave. Okay. Then after refusing to comment on whether Lisa Rinna was honest about Kathy Hilton amid season 12, saying that ship has sailed, Dorit addressed her drama with Denise. Yeah, so Dorit doesn't want to admit that Lisa Rinna lied on Kathy, basically. Because as we know, Dorit, if she thought that Lisa Rinna was telling the truth, she would just say, yeah, Lisa Rinna was telling the truth. But that ship has sailed means I'm not trying to get my hands dirty over some chick that I don't even talk to anymore. Okay? I was trying to help a girl out. It was that simple, she explained, at the moment in which she informed a disheveled Denise that her jacket was upside down. She thought I was trying to highlight the fact that she was a little tipsy, but I don't know, but I wasn't. And what upsets me the most is when Denise was having all that trouble with everyone on the cast, I was the only one who was defending her. I was on her island. I was sticking up for her, Dorit continued. Why on earth would she think that I was trying to sabotage her? And I was trying to do it so discreetly so she wouldn't be walking around with her jacket upside down. During the dinner from hell, as it's being called, Denise was unable to clearly express the issue she had with Erica Jane, and looking back, Dorit said she couldn't understand her point. I don't think Denise knows, so how would I know? She wondered. As for Sutton's suggestion that PK wasn't alone when he was arrested for a DUI, Dorit slammed her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills castmate for the low and dirty lie. Listen, I'm going to get into this. Let's listen to what Dorit said, but Dorit, girl, you still don't have any credibility when it comes to what Sutton is saying about PK's DUI arrest, and I'll tell you why. So let's first listen to what Dorit said, then I'll tell you why she doesn't have any validity with this. She goes, there are kinds of things that are very annoying, like go get the police report. That's like literally pulling something out of thin air and just making up a lie for no reason whatsoever. There's proof, Dorit revealed. I've never even heard of the rumor, and there was no suspicion of that. That's just Sutton trying to be low and dirty, and PK did put it out there that it's very clear on the police report he was alone. Okay, this is the thing about this police report and why Dorit and PK don't have any credibility. So PK is out here in these streets driving drunk. That's why there is a police report, because he was driving drunk. Under the law, he was drunk. Whether he himself was quote drunk, who knows? People's tolerances are different, but under the law, he was legally drunk driving. That's why he got pulled over. That's why he got taken down to the station. That's why they towed his car. He did a breathalyzer and he blew over the legal limit. So legally, you're driving drunk. Okay. However, all of a sudden, because if he didn't blow over the legal limit, they would have been like, okay, sir, go about your day. He wouldn't have been taken to the police station. There wouldn't have been a police report, and they wouldn't have towed his car. Okay. But then all of a sudden, and he also gets a personal escort home from the police. I've never heard of that. I've always thought when you get arrested, they basically say, have someone call you, or you have one phone call to someone to pick you up, or you need to take an Uber home. But I've never heard of the LAPD giving personal escorts home after somebody has been busted for drunk driving. But he was, and they didn't charge him because they said they didn't have enough, quote, proof. Well, I thought the breathalyzer was the proof. The fact that they arrested him and brought him to the station, and the fact that they towed his car, that all to me seems like proof that you were drunk driving, but somehow miraculously they didn't have enough proof. So whether or not, and again, this is not to shade the LAPD by any means. There are shady stuff happening in all jurisdictions. So LAPD, I love you, I respect you, but we're just talking about shady stuff that happens in general in all organizations. To me, it is a little shady, right? That you blow over the legal limit, but yet somehow you get a police escort home and there's no charges against you. I don't know. I mean, I think you would at least be charged, and then maybe the charges would be dropped if you're going to do community service or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying he needs to go to jail over this. Thank God he didn't hit anybody or hit anything. But usually it's like, we'll drop the charges if you do community service or you pay a fine. But just to have nothing is suspicious. So do I think that if he was in the car with a woman, would that little detail miraculously be left off of a police report? Maybe. I mean, he miraculously got a private police escort home after being busted for drunk driving. He miraculously had no charges against him, even though he blew over the legal limit. Those are all big miracles. So could it be a big miracle that they are conveniently leaving off the report that he had a woman? I don't know if it's a woman. I don't know if it's they're just saying, quote, woman. That could mean anything, right? So maybe they are miraculously leaving that out. So Dorit talking about check out the police report, and PK talking about check out the police report, I don't put a lot of stock in that. Also, them talking about police reports and being so up in arms about Garcelle, asking questions about her alleged robbery. What Dorit said on camera about the robbery is not in alignment with what is on the actual police report. On the police report, I think it's 2 men. In everything she said about what happened to her, she said it was 3 men. On the show, she said that she was held at gunpoint, but in the police report, there is no mention of the robbers being having weapons, being armed, and that's very different. There's a difference between breaking and entering, just like a robbery, versus armed robbery. Those are 2 different things. They hold very different charges. And I'm pretty sure that if she said, oh my gosh, I'm living in my house in Encino, 3 black men with guns broke into my house with my children here, I'm pretty sure in the police report it would say 3 black men with guns. And there would be a bolo and there would be something going on. But the police report regarding her robbery does not mention any of them being armed. So, Dorit, you really can't be talking about check the police report, because you're a liar, in my opinion. So, girl, bye. Okay. As the 13th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiered, rumors began swirling about a possible separation from Dorit and PK. I never know where the rumors I never know where the rumors come from, but we are very open this season and I talked about it. Who knows? But rumors are rumors, she stated. Then, after Andy Cohen asked if Erica's BravoCon diss had led to the report, Dorit said she didn't believe it because it had been a year and a half later. But this is the thing. There have been rumblings about PK and Dorit for years, about their financial status, about their fraud status, about their marriage status and what's going on there. It's just now more coming to light because she's talking about it more on the show now and there's more information out there. But we've been having rumblings for years. And I don't think Erica's Bravo's con diss helped. She says, PK and I are good, thank God. But I always say, because we had a difficult year and a half, everything's a work in progress. So basically, she's saying, I'm going to say right now, because we're on camera, that we're good, but we're a quote work in progress, just in case tomorrow we end up filing for divorce. Dorit went on about her marriage. We're good. We're not separated. We're not divorcing or anything like that. That's what they always say before they do. But I think marriage, as I've learned, there are those times where you're not as connected and you're working through it. I think if two people want to, you come out better and stronger. Speaking of when she found out about Kyle and Mauricio's split, Dorit said she learned with everyone else. Exactly, because Kyle is not talking to you or trusting you about her marriage with the rumors that you're having sex with Mauricio. Girl. When the People magazine came out, that's when I really was like, wow, they separated, she recalled. I knew they were having trouble, but I didn't know much sooner than everyone else. Also on Watch What Happens Live, after saying that the wildest thing she's seen a Bravo celebrity or housewife do off camera is just talk crap beyond crap. Dorit denied Erica intentionally embarrassed Sutton in the elevator after her Magic Mike meltdown. If that was even possible to do it, you couldn't. I can tell you categorically, listen to me, there's 8 of us women, okay? Getting out the hotel suite to the elevator, if you knew the drama, even with that, it's impossible, 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 she insisted. Dorit, shut up. We all know Erica set up Sutton at the elevator because you know what's impossible? Having the elevator passcode or key card to a private suite in a hotel room without someone giving it to you. So the whole Magic Mike crew would not even have had access to the penthouse suite that they were on unless someone gave it to them. Like, you know, when you stay at fancy hotels and certain levels, you can't access with a normal hotel key card. You have to have penthouse access, and that's where they were staying there because you know they're the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They're with Bravo. They were staying in the penthouse suites, and so if you are staying at that level, not everybody has even has access to get to the floor, let alone the elevator. So what's impossible is that it wasn't planned. Because who gave Mikey the key card? Who gave Mikey the elevator code? You know, you stay at any nice hotel and not everybody gets access to all the levels. In some hotels, you literally only have access to the floor that you're on. In the lobby, if I'm on, you know, the 6th floor, my key card won't even get me to the 4th floor in some hotels, and they're staying at a fancy one. So you're staying in the penthouse, people don't even have access to you. So that's another lie. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Oh, ding dong Dorit girl, you give us a lot to talk about. What do you think about Kyle and Morgan's quote friendship? Do you think that is the reason why she's on the outs with Dorit, or do you think it's because of the Mauricio cheating rumors? And also, what do you think about Dorit saying that she's coming for Garcelle at the reunion because Garcelle, like the rest of us, asked very valid questions about her alleged robberies? And do you believe she and PK are okay, or do you think they are headed for Splitsville, just like a lot of other celebrity couples? And yeah, put it down below. And what do you think about the whole elevator thing with Erica versus Sutton? I think Erica had to have set it up because or else Mikey and his friends would not have even had access. So put it down below. And are you watching this season? And if so, what do you think? And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.